Next, we have Mr. Prashant Periera, Vice President and Product Head Data Centers from Sify Technologies Limited. Mr. Prashant carries over 28 plus years of experience, including 22 years in data center industry. His qualifications are B in Computer Science, and he's a certified data center professional. He's done certification in ITIL, Cloud Services, and Six Sigma Green Belt. He is an experienced data center service leader with the demonstrated history of success in data center services, skilled in hyperscale data center services, product development, managed services, and business development. Please put your hands together, everyone, for Mr. Prashant Periera.
Thank you very much. I only give a brief one. I don't know how she got a longer version of it. Thank you. We are here to talk about what AI can do for us. This is not a product training session. The best product training session would be conducted by some of the partners outside. When I talk about what do I do in AI, I have achieved significant success deploying AI for my own data centers. Sify, 23 years in data centers. First few minutes, I wouldn't talk about Sify at all. But what I've tried to do is set a goal. Set a goal for myself and for each one of us. Where do you want to go with your journey from automation with AI? Most data centers are in the connected state. There is a BMS, there is a DCIM, there are so many disparate systems, all of them giving their outputs because they're all industry standards, working really well. Unfortunately, they are all disparate. No common integration. Everybody gives their own output and just works. They have a backward integration, they will do Modbus integration, BACnet, TCP/IP, RS-485, all the non-proprietary, proprietary architecture, most of it covered, the output non-significant. That's where the challenge comes in. When you need to go from the connected to the predictive, and most people are trying to go around here, is what we did. Made a common interface of all the inputs that we could get from all possible devices. And the biggest challenge was to get inputs from unintelligent devices, devices which cannot be monitored. Your pumps, the valves, the on and off state, some of the parameters of bus bar, some of the diesel generators, the battery connectors, which are not manageable by these BMS, by these DCIMs. So we devise NFC tag-based systems. The smartphones with NFC tags, the operator goes to the devices, collects data of the status from there, via checklist methodology, just puts in enter there, and it goes to the central repository. So the non-manageable devices also give a uniform parameter. And then the most important aspect, predictive state. Making things work, but everything by human intervention. Automation, but by human intervention. That's where the AI starts coming in, and we deployed it. Going from predictive state to cognitive state. Those tools came in. The next slide, I'll talk at length about them. And able to achieve a lot of tasks being completely automated from being human intervention free, going to the cognitive state, completely managed by machines, the own tools that we have made to learn. The building blocks. On the left hand, you have seen it multiple times. Every single device in the yard, every single device in the data center campus, right from the substation to your rack and the PDU that powers to the rack. Everything is monitorable. Apart some of the non-monitorable parameters, we did everything together, including some of the manual data, some of the examples that I just gave, where you can't have an automated method of collecting data. Put them all together into the IoT gateway and put into this IoT cloud of ours, the blue box that you see. It's cloud ready. That's the engine. But before reaching there, I had a lot of work to be done. Cleaning data, unifying data, avoiding false positives, setting up parameters. Temperature cannot be minus Celsius in data center. It cannot be above 60 degrees in a data center, or maybe above 80 degrees in data center. All those parameter setting, making it unified, putting it into the system in a very comprehensive way, and then churning to make it learn on its own. That is what we could achieve. And then the output of this was the data center BMS room, everything was in a proper dashboard. Now it is not a BMS room, it is a command center. So I did it for myself. Some of my customers are here, I got to meet them outside. They use the same dashboards that we have for their own infrastructure, in their own section in the data center where they have taken space from us. And it works well for them. Some of the customers say, look, I don't want your screen, I have my API. Give me data into the stream where my API understands, and I will do the rest. I am global. We did exactly that. We did exactly that. And the parameters from the most unmanageable device is now available to a global user of my data center in a very systematic way, in the format which he understands because he has made it global for his own use. That's what we have achieved in automation and reached AI with. That's how one has to really look at it. State your objectives. There will be difficulties. There will be ample difficulties, consistency of data, getting data from the devices which are not manageable, so many of them, unmanageable, false positives. Once you are able to do that, then you get the benefits out of AI. AI-ready data centers. The most common answer that one feels about AI-ready data center is to take a water pipe and go close to your rack. Take a pipe of water and go close to your rack, means AI-ready data center. Further better, dip the servers inside in the liquid and you are AI ready. No. That's just one part of it. That's just one part of it. So many things go in to make your data center essentially data center which is AI ready. Scalability. You are users of a data center. You are not buyers of piping and plumbing and dielectrics. You are deploying your workloads now. You need more workloads after 18 months. You need more workloads after 36 months, after 60 months. Your data center provider has to have that scalability to give you that flexibility. One pod here, one pod after 18 months, and seamless connect between them. That's important. You don't want to make your server hall a pool. That's not your objective. Security, extremely, extremely important. I'll stress at that. Global compliances, very important. Data localization requirements. Other countries have their own set of requirements. We get workloads from global customers. We have to address their own requirements also. Energy efficient design. My data center has electricity bill excess of 20 crores per month. Now, if I'm mistuned by any percentage, do you know how much extra I would be paying? So the role of having energy efficiency embedded into the system is not show off, is not value-added service. It is basic money. And I pass that benefit to my customer. So having a very, very, very strong energy efficient design is important. And then total manageability. We are talking about 100,000 plus, more than lakh data points coming up. All those have to be managed well. That's total manageability. And then you as a user of a data center, you would have your social interconnects. You need to connect. The data center world is a complex world. You need colo, you need hybrid cloud, you need public cloud, you need to connect to all those clouds. That's what is to be taken up. And then AI, ML-based controls. I explained some of them. I will come to the others in a few minutes. So the infrastructure has to take care of it. If I'm talking about X kilowatts per rack, the load bearing capacity of the floor should take care of it. Your building floor to floor height should take care of it. Your elevators, 3 tons, 4 tons, taking 3 racks together, absolutely fine, no problem. Height, weight, no problem. From the way you place your truck comes as a docking bay to the elevator, to your rack, to your cage or your floor, no tilt, complete seamless integration. All those are extremely, extremely important aspects. Power feed, power density, no hotspots. These are absolute critical things to be taken care of. Your power configuration. And most importantly, on-site fuel storage. Extremely important, because what if we tend to believe that everything works fine, but what if there is no supply, how much food do you have? That is also one important factor. All these are part of the scalability. Security. You need to define a policy, a very, very high visible security system. I have talked about 9 layers or 10 layers. Yes, they are true. You have to have them, because your data is now much more important than actual currency. It's extremely important. Surveillance and risk assessment. I'm talking about the IT side. The certification that are required to do it. Electronic controls and a constant methodology to document it, unfailingly document it, and keep on reviewing it. The old ad, hero Honda, fill it, shut it, forget it, doesn't work. In security, you still continuously need to evolve, improve. ESG. I talked about the figure that I pay as an electricity to the utility. Data center MEP has to have high efficiency at low utilizations. The most common problem any data center provider or any data center user sees is that his usage is never 80%, 90%. Initial phases is as low as 5%, and it takes significant time to go to 80%. How efficient are the devices, especially on low utilization levels? The selection criteria is not L1. It has to be around efficiency. Sustainable processes. Sometimes I get mature customers who say, take my temperature to 27 degrees, give me a low PUE. I feel happy. But I also get requirements from customers who are otherwise mature. Give me 18 degrees temperature in my server hall. Sirs, I'm talking data centers. I'm not talking refrigeration. We are all data center professionals. We are not into refrigeration business. The IT world is evolving, talking 27 degrees, sometimes even higher temperatures than that. That's where the efficiency comes in. That's where the benefit is passed. We are not here to talk about Shimla or Kashmir or refrigeration. Green power, important. So many important global communication happening that you need to be aligned with the world for the climate change. Sify buys green power, 200 megawatt plus green power, extremely important. And design a future roadmap. Whatever you have achieved so far may be good. The continuity, the betterment of it is extremely important. These pictures you will see everywhere. These are from my OEMs, so credit goes to the respective OEMs. I'm not here for a product training session. What I do with this and make a service out of it and how you benefit out of it is something that is important. So you can choose one of the technologies that works very well for you. You are absolutely expert data center professionals and equally better experts outside. You design your workloads and select all of them are available, and you can choose. But also understand, we made servers, devices for last 60 years to work in air. Dipping them all of a sudden in a dielectric may or may not help. It is still a learning curve. It is still a learning curve. And if you talk IT, you have a network gear, you have a security gear, you have a storage section, and you have compute. In compute, the CPU has become GPU. Only that portion is the one that requires very high dense. Rest others are fairly well addressed. So you cannot put every single component inside water, inside liquid. You need to have a combination of that. That's where you working closely with the data center service provider, identifying the best things for you is extremely important. I want RDX, I want to dip my servers inside because I'm the first or second one to do that, is not the right way of thinking it. How you can do best out of what is available now and what is a roadmap is something that you need to be really focused on. When you select a data center provider, inside the server hall, definitely those aspects are very much there, liquid cooling, etc., all of them available. Again, when you're looking at those aspects, you ask for lowest PUE and say, I want water running or liquid running at 11 degrees, 12 degrees. It doesn't work. You cannot get those benefits. You need to talk about 40 degrees temperature, etc. All those aspects are more about consultative when you speak to your service provider. Location, important. You need to be connected extremely well. Is the data center building, the campus, 4 fiber paths, resiliency, all of it, reliable network access, cross-connect, there are multiple towers. I talked about scalability. You need to have a data center campus which can address your need now, 18 months, 36 months, 60 months. So all those towers are very interconnected as cross-connect, no WAN. All those are extremely important. Data center connect. Your data center is not in one location. Primary site here, a near DR here, a far DR other place, a cloud in a different place. Can you interconnect them well? Seamlessly, lowest latency, lowest cost, lowest number of hops. All those are extremely important aspects. Uniform latency. You want to give your users a very seamless experience. So latency among all the locations, extremely important. Carrier neutral, very important, because data center, some of the data center providers tend to restrict other telcos in setting up their muxes, the IP transit nodes. And finally, leverage common infrastructure, extremely important. You don't want to build cost and create silos out of it. How do you maximize the asset value by leveraging common infrastructure is important. At the bottom is my success story. That is what I have achieved deploying my own AI-based setup. I have reduced my PUE by 8 to 10%. I have got 20% improvement in the equipment life. 20% improvement in the equipment life. Now how, you might ask, you should ask this question, how did you achieve that? Predictability, when do I need to take it down for maintenance? When I do a proactive maintenance. With my AI, I'm able to predict that. The parameters starting coming close to the trigger point, I'm able to preempt them earlier, do those maintenance, set them running time and again so that the equipment life cycle goes in higher. 300 less man people every month. Because all the things that I used to do, which were people dependent, are now run by machine directly. 10% reduction in operating cost. These are some of the goals that one can set and constantly have to work towards it. Extremely, extremely important. Do not mistake taking water to the racks or dipping your servers into a dielectric easy. It's not the case. Unless you do all of these, that's when you will see the benefits. And your CFO and your CTO will then say, my IT professional, my IT leader, you have done a good job. Otherwise, you will buy technology after technology after technology and still be wherever you are. So your analysis, real-time visibility, what's happening, measurability. At any point of time, I should measure and be able to measure what's happening. Complete visibility, predictability. When do I need to have my maintenance? When do I need to worry about a particular aspect? How I've taken care of it beforehand? And efficiency. Efficiency in all aspects. These are some of the outputs of a very, very effective AI-based controls, and we have already achieved. Manageability. Safety, security, availability. From pure operations point of view, a data center operations point of view, safety, safety of equipment, safety of people. As a data center provider, I am equally responsible for employee safety, safety of customers, engineers, safety of my own implementation partners, safety of customers' implementation partners inside the data center. Important. Security, well, more number of people, more number of gadgets, more number of entry points adds vulnerability. So while still giving a good user experience, a good people experience, security becomes critical. And the most important goal is availability, 100% uptime. It's given. Unless you are 100%, you're not trustworthy. Excellence. What you did last year is not good enough for this year. Keep your score going up. And sustainability. Sustainability from the environmental perspective, the ESG perspective, extremely important. Servers are powered by coal. Your servers are powered by coal. You might not like to hear that, But the electricity that comes from the grids, even this, all this, is all powered by thermal. Significant percentage of electricity is by thermal. So you need to have sustainable resources, solar power, wind power, that Sify has done, many of you have done. Expectations from a data center provider. Unless a data center provider is able to manage all these expectations, you are not a good data center provider. 100% of time, best practices covering safety, security, PUE, water usage effectiveness, PUE, certifications. You come from various verticals of industry, you have compliances, you have regulatory requirements, I need to comply to that. Yeah, thanks. Future ready, one stop. I'll just move. Very brief about Sify. Individual block is one data center each. Individual block is one data center each. So I have data centers in all major metros, all hyper-connected, all taken care of. I'll skip about Sify. We have a booth. We have our technical experts, our solution experts at the booth. A session with you will definitely help. All certifications. In fact, NVIDIA, which is they talked about, Sify appears on their Asia as one of their partners. It's on their website. All the required compliances, you as a customer, you as a user, fully taken care of. This is not a township. These are my upcoming data centers. Huge. Some of them 200 megawatt, 240 megawatt, racks 100,000 plus. I'm done. This is a small video of what we have been doing in our data centers.
With a rich history of over 2 decades in data center services, Sify empowers enterprises to accelerate their digital transformation journey. We continue to invest in infrastructure, platforms, and people with focus on green initiatives, automation, and operational excellence, while providing flexible business models for our customers. In 2000, Sify built India's first commercial data center, Mumbai-01 in Vashi. Since then, they've expanded in Mumbai with 2 more centers, Mumbai-02 in Airoli and Mumbai-03 in 𝗙𝗏𝗱𝗆. The 𝗙𝗏𝗱� campus is designed for 12 data center towers, 240 plus megawatt IT power, 32,000 plus racks. The campus has 5 fully operational data center towers with towers 6 to 12 set to go live from 2025 in a phased manner. The scalable campus is equipped with built-to-suit capabilities and designed on RAS methodology. This carrier-neutral facility provides access to various hyperscale clouds, OTT players, and internet exchange peering points with near zero latency. To meet the increasing demands, Sify unveils its new data center, Tower 5, in its largest hyperscale data center campus, Mumbai-03 𝗙𝗏𝗱𝗆. The new data center is designed for 38 plus megawatt IT capacity and 2,500 plus racks. The new Tower 5 has ground plus 8 floors with RCC shell structure design. The earthquake-resistant structure adheres to the IS 1893 standard with an importance factor of 1.5 to ensure seismic resiliency. The campus features an on-site 110 kV substation and a 220 kV GIS substation with expansion options. Each electrical lineup is backed by diesel generators with N+2 redundancy and on-site fuel storage capacity to support the facility up to 48 hours at full load. As a part of its ESG strategy, Sify has contracted 200 plus megawatt of green power, including solar and wind energy, with 99 megawatt already delivered. Moving forward, up to 80% of the power at the 𝗙𝗏𝗱𝗆 campus will be from renewable sources. The Mumbai-03 campus employs a 10-tiered electronic and physical security system. Upon arrival at the security gate, visitor credentials are verified, baggage is scanned, and access cards are issued. Visitors then undergo a physical screening, passing through metal detectors and access-controlled full-height turnstile. At the server hall entrance, a physical frisking with a metal detector is conducted. followed by a comprehensive system of biometric and card-based access control for each server hall. The server halls feature a floor-to-floor height of 6,300 millimeters with a 2,100 kg per square meter floor load capacity. The 1,000 millimeters raised floor accommodates very high power density racks. The data hall is equipped with multiple layers of data trays for fiber and Ethernet cables, offering seamless multipath inter-rack network connectivity. Each data hall is also equipped with CRAC in N+2 redundancy configuration. The campus offers a wide range of data cooling solutions, such as immersion cooling, rear door cooling, and direct-to-chip liquid cooling. The racks are organized in a hot and cold aisle layout with air-cooled chillers placed on the top of the facility. With N+2 redundancy and adiabatic cooling accessories to optimize power consumption. The campus design adheres to all ASH/RAE guidelines. The campus employs AI/ML integrated smart PMS that monitors all mission-critical equipment from its command control center. We mitigate risks to get better visibility and predictability. With implementation of AI/ML in its data centers, Sify delivers deeper insights, predictive assessment, automated routine tasks, rapid incident response, increased efficiency, and informed decision-making. Mumbai 3 has a robust network ecosystem that connects to major network nodes in the city and to the cable landing station. The campus has 4 diverse fiber entry paths for stable network and low latency connectivity. The 𝗙𝗏𝗱𝗆 campus, a carrier-neutral facility, includes dual meet-me rooms in each tower for resilient networking interconnections. The campus also hosts multiple ISPs, internet exchanges, and major hyperscaler cloud service providers, allowing customers access to robust telecom network. The campus has a separate gate for material entry and exit with vehicle traps and screening measures. Equipment is received here and transported to server rooms using 2 4-ton capacity freight elevators. The 𝗙𝗏𝗱𝗆 campus meets the highest industry standards with national and international certifications and is poised to redefine the data center landscape, set to achieve the epitome of transformative milestone for both Sify and India. We are empowering India's digital infrastructure to strengthen India's digital backbone. Tried, tested, trusted. Your digital infrastructure partner for over 23 years.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prashant sir. May I request Mr. 𝗙𝗏𝗱𝗆 𝗨𝗃 to join us on the stage. Prashant sir would like to present a small token of gratitude. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Let's have a huge round of applause, everyone.